Well, hello there, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Last time we finished up Linny's story quest, and we also started Nivelet's story quest. We got pretty decently far into Nivelet's story quest, and we eventually got blocked because there is a quest that I need to do in order to unlock characters. It's super unfortunate because some world quests, I try not to unlock them even if I can. I try not to unlock them because I know, like, if I unlock them, then that means that there will be characters that are gonna be stuck in certain quests. And if I want to do a certain quest, then I need to do the world quest first. And so I try not to, what the heck? Pick up. I try not to start world quests because of that. Or try not to start off any quest because of that until I'm ready to do them. Some quests, however, you just literally go into an area and it starts itself, which is really annoying. It happened a few times in Fontaine, and this is one of them. I didn't start this on purpose, it was just started for me. And a lot of world quests also are kind of just boring. Like, I really don't care what's happening in the world quest, and this is one of them. Essentially what happened was I went around here. I think it's these people. Not exactly sure who, but yeah, I think it's them. They're talking about, yeah, film camera. So something about a film camera, and it seems that we have to defeat the monsters to get the film camera back. So I guess the film camera was taken by monsters. Again, I honestly don't give a crap. But I need to do this quest. I need to do this world quest because for reputation points. And also for doing the Nivelet story quest, so we gotta do it. But it should be no issue still. I mean, we just get this done real quick. It shouldn't be that bad, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, seems like we got that done. Great, the film camera is intact and the film hasn't been destroyed. Thanks to Archons, I thought we were gonna have to start shooting all over again. Why are you filming here? It's a long story. Let's keep it brief. We three are from Qiuying village in Liyue. Most people there are in the tea business, but we don't have any interest in tea. So we changed professions and started filming why is documentaries why is documentary word like spelled like this? Films to help promote tea vendors in the village. I mean, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Everyone's doing tea, and then you're doing something that's not tea, but it's still like can bring in a lot of money. I like what they're doing here. It makes sense. Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. In truth, there are too many people in the tea business, and we just couldn't compete. The skilled helpers we had at the store left one by one to work elsewhere. So if we were stuck in making tea, we'd be starving. Can't you two not make things sound so depressing? We've made plenty of more shooting these tea documentaries in the village. But recently, some others in the village have started to shoot their own production or promotional films. Some of them are even performing an opera in them. They're making a real big show of it. That's why we're in Fontaine. We're trying to seek advice from master filmmakers. So, you're here to learn about filmmaking in Fontaine. Yeah, okay, fine. I guess that makes sense. Still, I don't really care about what's happening here, but I guess. Yeah, we found this lighting expert called Gaysert. He's real good at using lighting and film. What was it again? Narratives. Yeah, applying lighting in his narratives. With Miss Gaysert is gay, right? Is gay? Can I call him Mr. Gay? That would be really easy. Mr. Gaysert's advice: we can never shoot the best film in all of Qiuying, whatever village. Well, as long as you say we're gonna shoot the best films in Liyue, we have to adjust our expectations realistically when doing business. What do you know? Anyway, thanks for your help, traveler. Here, take this Mora. Let's pack up. We're gonna finish shooting our sample and show it to Miss Gaysert. Watch the lighting. The camera's gotta be angled toward the light source in this way. We gotta capture that. High definition lighting. Y'all read the book, right? Lighting's gotta have a sense of texture. You get what I'm saying? Boss, you may have read Mr. Gaysert's book, but with what we got, we're not going to be able to capture that high definition lighting tactility you want no matter how much we struggle. Wait, that's it? Uh-huh. Okay, well, okay, it looks like part 2 is going to be... Okay, hopefully part 2 of that world quest I can do when I see them again. I'm probably gonna see those people again, and then hopefully it doesn't just randomly start the world quest and I can actually talk to them. But yeah, interesting. It's one of those world quests that has multiple parts to it, similar to... Trying to think of a world quest that had multiple parts to it, but it's one of those that have multiple parts to it that you have to do in multiple days, and more unlocks every day. So I bet the rest of it, or not the rest of it, but more of it unlocks tomorrow.
I probably shouldn't disturb them.
Hello? Talking to me?
I wonder what's going on.
Uh-oh, did I just start a world quest? No. What? Why is he talking? Okay, well, I wasn't planning on doing Niblette story quests today. I was planning on finishing that world quest. But it seems like I can finish that world quest, and so we'll just continue. It's another one of those scuff videos where like half of it is actually doing what I wanted to do, and then half of it is doing random stuff. Like, I was planning on the whole video just being that one world quest, but I guess we can continue Niblette story quests. Both of these videos are super scuffed because the first one had Liddy's...
Looks like we got lucky today. There's hardly anyone around.
Yeah, first one had Liddy's story quest in it. The second one has a world quest. Oh well, these Niblette videos are scuffed.
What should we do next? Oh, Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Should I drink more primordial seawater?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few steps back and keep a safe distance.
A safe distance? Niblette, what exactly are you... Whoa, it's glowing!
As the fountain scene lights up, a wave of dizziness washes over you. I'm getting flashbanged right now. What just happened? Everything looks a little different from how they are normally. I should continue forward and take a look around. Whoa. This looks sick. Explore the area nearby. This looks like some near reincarnation stuff. I like it. I love stuff like this where like the colors all changed. I love this stuff. I eat this stuff up. It would be cool if we our color was changed, but I guess it kind of shows that we're like in the past. I'm guessing that's what's going on right now. We're in the past or future or something. I'm not sure. I'm guessing it has something to do with time, some temporal aspect to this. Is this the Melusine that killed herself? Shouldn't be laughing. This is the Melusine that killed themselves. Carol, that was her name.
Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Niblette. The Court of Fontaine is truly incredible. There's so many things I've never seen or heard before.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Marechaussee Phantom. I'm certain you'll become an indispensable part of Fontaine's detective force.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help. Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
But a meaningful life also comes with its risks.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village, but I want to see the outside world nonetheless. In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence, or what I'm capable of contributing to this world. For almost 20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for the meaning of our existence elsewhere.
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way. I too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did? The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head, and I tried really hard not to cry.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. It will be a difficult road ahead, with countless obstacles to overcome. Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it will be no easy feat. There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into this society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
Oh, I see. Let's all do our best then. I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform Vautrin, the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Huh? Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt like he wasn't interested in anything but work.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future, so please try to get along.
I'm back. Can I jump? I can't jump. That's all. I can't jump. Yeah. No, I was getting sad. Because Carol just wanted to come here to learn about stuff. And yet she killed herself. So I don't know what she learned, but it wasn't... Maybe it wasn't the greatest thing. Also, didn't that Virgin guy, like, get killed, was it? Jeez. It's kind of dark. I was gonna say something about the Melzing Carol. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, it's a lot, if someone gets killed, I feel like it's a lot better than them killing themselves. Because them getting killed, okay, I mean, you know, I could just run into bad folks doing whatever, right? For example, like, what's it? Navia's father, like, just got killed. So it's not, like, sad, but not, like, super sad. But when someone kills themselves, that's like, oh, okay, something is, like, what was really wrong there. Some really, really unfortunate circumstances. Which is even sadder, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, I just feel like people killing themselves is a bit sadder than people getting killed. But obviously, Navia's father is a little bit different. More like a sacrifice than simply getting killed. But you know what I mean, right? So yeah, Carol's really sticking out to me. Here we go, we got another... Yeah, we're definitely in the past. I told you this was like some temporal aspect to it. We're definitely in the past here, because Carol's still alive.
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh. Hello, I'm Carol, a Melazine. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards.
Please, calm down. I don't mean to cause any harm.
Hard to say.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters. Haven't you realized? Strange incidents have been increasing ever since they came.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Nervilat allowed them into the court of Fontaine just like that.
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well. I swear, there's some hidden agenda at play here.
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him. We joined the Maréchaussée Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases. We've never done anything wrong.
Solving cases? With Nervilet in cahoots with you? You could have fabricated it all, and no one would know. So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melazines aren't involved in anything that occurred recently?
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Maréchaussée Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation. There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melusines being involved.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side. Nervilette's newly reformed police force is already corrupt to the core.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
You heard that?
Yeah. I don't understand. Why won't anyone believe us?
There have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity, and that you inherently bring danger to those around you. There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near impossible for you to become a part of this society. Best if you give up before it's too late.
Monsieur Nervilette said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I don't know how long it'll take, but I can at least try making my best effort. I still want to try a little harder. Thank you for bailing me out earlier. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time. I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have to stay and hand them out to everyone.
Give them to me.
You're not gonna take them away, right?
We'll hand them out together. The faster we get this done, the sooner we can head back.
Okay. I was gonna immediately dismiss those 3 people as brain dead, but then realistically, like, I mean, you know, distrust and stuff. I guess that makes sense, right? It's fair to have distrust with the system. If that's this, I don't know if it's right to refer like the Melusines and the new implementations being take place as the. What did I say? What's the word I used? I forgot already. Great stuff. But indeed, yeah, I don't know. Hard to tell. Melusines, they do seem to be caused by calamity, right? If we did play that Melusine quest line, and or a little bit of it, I should say. And yeah, it does seem like, or I don't know, I forgot what happened. It was that guy. What's it? The dragon. What am I saying? What am I saying? What was I gonna say? Vorchin seems like a homie though. Seems pretty okay. But yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, is it speciesism or racism? Because racism is between like the same species, right? But it's like different race of the species, or I guess different. You know what I mean, right? Then like speciesism is between species. So it's not racism, it's speciesism. That's still a similar thing, right? Yeah, speciesism taking place, even though it doesn't really make sense. People are having worries that it might be because Melusines are bad. But yeah, I mean, obviously the Neuvillette brought in the Melusines because they had special powers and they can help solve the cases, right? Isn't that just the simple basis? But I guess people aren't really taking a liking to that idea, even though the Melusines seem to be solving the cases. Very strange, right? So yeah, I mean, that's the basic reason, but I guess some people just don't believe it. And the reason makes sense to me, but there is an uptake in cases, so I mean, you can't ignore the uptake in cases. You can't, surely, you know, you can't blame it on the Melusines, but still, you can't simply ignore the uptake in cases. But again, that could be as a consequence of people just not liking Melusines and Neuvillette and causing more trouble. So who knows? I don't know. I forget. No. So would it be better to not have Melusines? If there were no Melusines, then there would be no speciesism. That would mean there would be less cases, but then there would be less opportunities to solve cases because Melusines are really good at solving cases because they have special powers. They can see like blood and stuff. I don't freaking know.
Neuvillette, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melusines gain the trust of humans.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melusines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought of it makes me happy.
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
You blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile. Any small incident could undermine the hard work you've put in. Please be on your guard for the next few days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it.
What is this? In the next few days, is Neuvillette predicting murder and suicide? I was gonna say something, but it seems like I can't.
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personally. There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere, unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine. So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melusines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Neuvillette will be left with no excuse.
I guess you're right. Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this. But he's forced our hand. Time to teach him a lesson.
Alright, so Neuvillette upset some people. Right? Obviously, that's why Neuvillette came into power and then people are upset. And so that's why I want to mess with them. Basically messing with Vautrin and messing with the Melusines because Melusines came here because of Neuvillette, right? What is it that people are upset about Neuvillette for? I am still trying to understand, like, you know what? All this makes sense. All this stuff about Melusines, people not liking the Melusines, and you know, people not liking Neuvillette. And their actions because of the stuff, because they don't like him, it all makes sense, actually, okay? But what I don't understand is why people don't like Neuvillette. I understand why people don't like Melusine is because they don't like Neuvillette. But why don't people like Neuvillette? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Also, this was a long time ago. Right now, we've seen a few Melusines in our story. And we did that world quest, right? But we also Siege Ween, who's a Melusine apparently, even though she doesn't look like a Melusine. We've seen a bunch of Melusines walking around and stuff like that. So like, it feels like Melusines are pretty incorporated into human society, and it doesn't feel like there's any, I guess, angst towards Melusines from like all the Archon quests that we've played up until this one, or you know, all the other stuff that I've done. So it seems like right now it's pretty decent. Melusines are pretty accepted in society, but before here, or you know, since this time when Neuvillette just went into power, it wasn't. So that's why I'm confused about this whole story quest, was because it seems good now, but obviously it wasn't good before, and so that's good to, you know, figure out why it wasn't good before. Yeah, it seems like Teyvet, and a bunch of people seem to have murdered Vautrin. Whatever. Again, the reason why they want to murder Vautrin is to mess with Neuvillette and the Melusines. Okay, I get that, but what I don't get is why don't they like Neuvillette? What did he do? You know, that's the thing that I don't get. This all stuff I'm starting to understand, but I just still don't understand why they don't like Neuvillette. Neuvillette may have explained it in the beginning, but I kind of forgot or didn't really. It didn't really process in my head yet, I suppose.
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette too!
Yeah, I wonder how they shifted the blames toward Neuvillette and Melusine. I guess we'll never know. Or maybe we will know, but I don't know.
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back.
I get the speciesism though. The speciesism never had to do with Melusines or different species in the first place. It was all because it was all fabricated as a ploy to mess with Neuvillette. Again, don't know why they want to mess with Neuvillette, but it doesn't really seem like there is speciesism. Like it's all like a false thing, you know? It seems like it's all a false thing just to mess with Neuvillette. But probably some people do take that into heart, and actually do dislike Melusines for no reason, or no good reason, I should say. Wait, he's still alive. What the heck? I thought he died. I thought he
The
got
results
murdered.
of the investigation are in, Captain Vautrin.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests have been undermined by the reform.
Yes, yes,
They
yes.
tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Neuvillette confess to his mistakes and yield up power. The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carroll chose to sacrifice herself to pacify the situation.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth? She didn't have to prove her innocence like that.
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Miss Carroll might have thought there was no better plan.
That is indeed something she'd do.
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur Neuvillette right away?
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Restrict access to... Wait, are you planning to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young. She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people. People like her are the most vulnerable to deception and betrayal. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. Because I too began working towards that pie-in-the-sky dream of hers. I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront Neuvillette. They even avoided causing trouble for me. They were after Carol all along. Can you understand how I feel? Right now, there's only one thought on my mind. Only through bloodshed can their debt be repaid.
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Neuvillette wouldn't accept that as a solution.
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. Give me the list of suspects. What happens after this has nothing to do with any of you. I will take responsibility for everything.
Bruh, Vautrin was like, okay, you know what? I'm out for murder. I'm out for blood. All right. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, my guy. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there. Don't think that's the best line of action. Understand where you're coming from. You know, the people are gonna, you know, hide behind their little, I guess take advantage of the situation, knowing that, I guess they took advantage of Carol, right? And taking advantage of Neuvillette, knowing that he won't do anything, right? So it makes sense. But I got it, yeah. I mean, yeah, of course those people would be from the old regime, remnants of the old regime before Neuvillette came in. And Carol's death, yes, she did seem to kill herself. Again, the reason would have not been good, and the reason it was not good, obviously, was because she did it to avoid conflict. But, I mean, she was innocent. So, I mean, you don't really... Yeah, no, you don't really... It's like, what's this? It's like, confessing to a crime that you didn't do. I mean, she didn't confess to a crime. She killed herself. It's a bit different. But, you know, it's kind of the same idea of, like, alright, I know I am not wrong in this situation, but I'm just gonna take the hit just to cause everything to calm down. Which is exactly what she shouldn't have done, because that's exactly what the enemy wanted to happen. And obviously she didn't deserve to die. So, I mean, that's just an unfortunate situation. But realistically, it was just them taking, or them as in the old regime, taking advantage of the situation and knowing that Carol could easily be manipulated that. And Vautrin was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna murder them. That's not a good, I mean, you know, shouldn't do that. Let me just say, shouldn't go out murdering people. I understand. Oh, it's the same thing as.
Did you know? They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Yeah, it was just like, oh yeah, I forgot. Vautrin wasn't. Was he killed or was he banished? I think he may have been exiled. I think that's Neverlet said he was exiled. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna add. I was gonna add. Oh yeah, similar to Lenny's story quest where we had that character Gemma, who had a bad past, and so she did bad actions. Here's Vautrin. You know, sure, your younger sister died. You just had this really good friend of yours just kill herself, right? And you see like parallels in the situation, but that doesn't mean that you need to do bad actions yourself. Okay, like just because you had a bad past, I don't understand. What's it? A cliche? Character cliches? You know, I guess a cliche would be the opposite direction. Characters have bad past, but they do good things, right? But I'm seeing Gemma and Captain Vautrin kind of parallel here. That yeah, it doesn't matter if. I mean, sure, the stuff stuff that happened in the past sucks, right? I get it, but like, no excuse to go friggin' murdering people. Come on, dude. What are you doing?
Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. Hey, why aren't you saying anything? I'm thinking. We should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences. Bail him out? Why? Shh, keep it down. Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Nervilet's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, Nervilet's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep Vautrin around. Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Nervilet's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Nervilet will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits are endless.
What? I did not understand that.
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds. Please think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did?
No, I wouldn't. No.
Yeah, that's right.
No. What are these people? These people are on crack.
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
I mean, you didn't need to murder them, okay?
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent. He's innocent.
No, he guilty. He guilty.
Order. I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice. I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now impose. Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law. Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
What?
That can't be! Monsieur Nervilet, please give this a little more thought. He has done so much for Fontaine.
Vautrin, my friend, is there anything else you want to say?
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Why can't you just let me off? Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vautrin. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Oh, we have a chance to talk. I mean, yeah, I definitely do respect the citizens trying to vouch for Vautrin's innocence. Because in a sense, yeah, I mean, he wouldn't have killed if people hadn't killed Carol. By the way, I'm assuming that Vautrin killed those people. He could have just, like, done bad stuff to them. But anyways, right, the revenge is still not good. Not good in the sense that if you do bad things, you could there's different ways of doing stuff. So I do respect the citizens defending him. But at the end of the day, I think Neverlet, what he's saying is the law is law, and what he did would make him guilty, and I do agree with that. Again, I'm not saying Vautrin's a bad guy, but he did some bad actions that he shouldn't have done. There's different ways of going about it, in my opinion. And so both Neverlet and Orchie saying that he's guilty, I think that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. But that doesn't mean that Vautrin should have been casted as guilty. Alright, you know what I'm saying? Click to continue.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
You ask Zhongli that question. Zhongli friggin' has a bunch of Pokemon and he's friggin' summoning out to battle for him.
Hey, stop spacing out! What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
I was gonna say, literally every time we're in a cutscene like that, or I should say, like, yeah, we're in a or not a cutscene, but we're in like a trance like that. It's always Paimon. It's literally always Paimon. Be like, hey, are you okay? Right when we were, I mean, there's a lot of instances where we've been in trances like that. You know, like when we're in like. Few times when we're in bed having a dream with child, that time when we were you know, that time when we were in Sumeru in the Samsara hole, another time when we're at the fountain, literally at the fountain of Lucine, when we saw that lady, what's her name, totally forgot. Happens often, and Paimon's always there to wake us up, huh? What was that? I mean, I think we know exactly what that was.
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me. I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it still caused the emotions within the Fountain of Lucine to boil over. Due to my negligence, the overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well. Are you alright?
May I faced so much things in my life that was just one of them. You know, that was just one event that happened. I'm all good, bro. All good.
Wow. The Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon thought. Anyways, the last time we came here, the traveler only heard voices from the Fountain of Lucine. No emotions boiling over or anything.
It is as you said. This might be because I am different. It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. Rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
That sounds awesome!
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are always chaotic and disconnected. As an outsider, having my mind occupied with irrelevant memories isn't exactly a pleasant experience.
So what was it? I just got some of Neverlet's emotions and memories. Is that what just happened? Also, Paimon said that would be awesome. That doesn't sound awesome at all. Getting all the memories and emotions from all this source of water sounds overwhelming and chaotic. Like he says, chaotic right here, right? The memories are so related to you.
Which ones?
From when you brought Carol to the Court of Fontaine and when you declared Vautrin guilty.
It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. That does not mean I am deliberately hiding them. It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form. You should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this. These two cases are much too similar. I felt like I needed to do something.
Paimon's starting to lose track of what you're saying. Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon wants to help too.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I discovered something strange. I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions. However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara. If I remember correctly, it seemed to be related to a smuggling case. I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like there won't be a shortcut to finding the organization that may be pulling the strings here.
Oh! Didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
You've read about it? In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you doing here? I was just about to look for you at the Palais Mermonia.
Navia! Nice to see you again! Is there something we can help with?
I've heard some things, but I'm not purposely asking around or anything. Don't worry. Rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating the case. So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find the suspects among them.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you. You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information, then it was only a matter of time before word of the threatening letter spread all across Fontaine.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long, but the rumors still spread faster than I imagined.
You know, it could be because you attract more attention than you think. Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still uncertain if there is in fact another party behind all this. We are planning to return to the Palais Mermonia to revisit some details and identify the senders of that threatening letter.
All right, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Neverlet, do you think there'll be any problems now that the word is out?
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, once the word gets out, no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight. What is more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusines. I hope the same won't happen again. Let us head back to the Palais.
Strange. What are these people doing out on the streets so late at night? Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against a Melusine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
What? That's it! Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself! Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of hiding will keep us from finding them.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. The guards have already begun to take action. We can't just stand by and watch. Think about how much we owe them. Now that they're in danger, how can we just sit back and do nothing?
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on. If you see any suspicious persons, report them to the guards immediately.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
We were informed that.
Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling by.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
Come on, don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too.
All right, let's go buy a cake or something.
You shouldn't ever skip meals, especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
I heard even Nervilette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Nervilette wasn't involved?
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now. If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the criminal has been caught.
Come and fight me instead, you cowards!
Have you heard? Even the special patrol came to help.
Shh, look. Isn't that Nervulette? I think he's looking at us.
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is truly wonderful.
So, wanna go over and say hi?
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion. Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Mermonia. The faster we uncover the truth, the better.
All this reminds me of a rumor I've heard.
What rumor?
I've heard that the emblem on our hats didn't always look like this. A long time ago, Melazines weren't a part of the design. The police emblem only included the scales symbolizing the law. The emblem was redesigned later on to commemorate a Melazine's sacrifice.
That must have been a long time ago.
Did a design change on the emblem? The emblem was up here, right? Oh my, that, okay. I definitely see the Melazines. So, I think we gotta talk to these people too.
No one can stay hidden on my watch.
I must keep the Melazines safe.
I just can't sit back and watch.
So, yeah, happened 400 years ago. I think that's what Nervulette said right before we like walked down the street, right? So 400 years ago is a long time. But also, yeah, I was wondering. I literally just said before, I don't see any distrust between humans and Melazines, at least from what I've played so far. And it seems like public opinion has changed a lot. Hopefully, time helps with everything. And is that it? Is that all I really wanted to say? I guess. Not really much to say. You see how these world quests I can just start by talking, but I don't need to start them? That's the stuff that I like. I don't like stuff that just starts when I don't want it to. Never have found a clue. Return to the Palace Mermonia and review the official documents again. Which one was it? Oh, that smuggling case. Oh yeah, also there was the Navia encounter. Holy crap, this story quest, we saw Charlotte at the beginning, we saw Cloran, we saw Navia. It's just every vision holder was just seen. Usually it doesn't happen. Usually story quests are really isolated to one, maybe two important characters, but this one has been a lot of characters. But about the smuggling case.
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Maréchaussée Phantom. This is the one. The list of involved suspects should be... Ah, found it.
What does it say?
The principal offenders Domenico, Inica, Yuna, and others have been caught. They have been sent to the fortress of Meropide following trial. Those with close connections or mutual interests with the offenders but who did not participate in the case will not stand trial. Among them, surveillance of Essin has ceased on account of his good behavior. All other personnel remain on our watch list.
So many names. Is the one who sent that threatening letter to Kiara on the list?
Yes, there is something suspicious about Essin, to be precise. It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case, and he moves around without much restriction.
Should we tell Navia about this?
Monsieur Nervulette, someone claiming to be from the Spina Durasula just checked in with us. He said, and I quote, "We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe." Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect's name.
I too am perplexed. The cafe isn't too far from here. We should head over and take a look.
You're gonna remind her what the smuggling gift's about. Solve. Principal offender. Base. Very people refer to panic for listening. Continue reading. We already saw that. Okay, that's it. Okay, well, just the same thing. I think I'm gonna end it here. I think we've played for a little bit a little bit. We started and finished a portion of World Quest, which is nice, and we also continued Neverlet's story quest, basically figuring out kind of the story behind this whole thing. That, you know, what has happened basically ever since Neverlet has gone into power, and seems like a lot of conflict has happened. But I can definitely understand how this new like death letter to the Malazine seems a bit to raise Neverlet's eyebrows, and this seems this time he's acting. Last time, at least with the whole Carol and Vautran situation, Neverlet didn't seem to be really involved, and maybe that was a mistake on his part. He saw that, oh, I wasn't involved, and thus bad stuff happened to both those people. And so this time, Neverlet is being very involved, which is good because that, you know, might help reduce the chances of bad things happening to innocent people, right? So that seems good. It makes sense to me. Still don't understand why Neverlet being in power is a bad thing. Maybe it's just a change of leadership. There's always gonna carry around it some people who are not fully on board. Is it as simple as that? Perhaps. But who knows if there is anything more specific. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. You're beautiful the way you are, and I'll catch you in another Genshin Impact video. Alright, see you then.